So would you say we are actually in a better position today compared to 10 years ago when you were helming the RBI? And remember, then we had the 2013 taper tantrum crisis, then inflation also was very high and there was enormous pressure at the time because of global financial conditions with current and fiscal accounts were under stress. Do you believe things are better even though India's foreign exchange reserves have declined from a peak of $642 billion as of October 29, 2021 to now $590.50 billion in June 2022? Do you believe we are in a better position, or do you believe if the rupee weakens further, it will be reason for alarm?
Well, first of all, I want to say that the situation today, like you pointed out, is quite different from the situation in 2013 during taper tantrums when I was governor. Let me give you 2 or 3 important reasons why that is so. First, the exchange rate itself. There was a lot of pressure built up in the exchange rate back in 2013. It was overvalued. Today, I think the exchange rate is more or less closely tracking fundamentals. So there is not so much pressure built up. The second reason, again, what you pointed out, our macro fundamentals today are certainly not optimal, but they're certainly better than what they were in 2013. Fiscal deficit was high and continued to be high for several years, leading to 2013. Today, fiscal deficit is high, but if our fiscal credibility is higher also. Current account deficit was about 3% year on year for several years, leading to 2013. Today, the current account deficit was quite low for the past few years. This year, it's expected to be high, but I hope it's going to be one-off. And the most important reason why today's situation is different is because of our war chest, the foreign exchange reserves of about $600 billion. By any metric, that is a very credible and substantial war chest of reserves, which should inspire confidence in people who are trying to attack the rupee. So I would think we're quite better placed today, both in terms of the fall as well as in our ability to defend the exchange.
But there are those who are saying the rupee could now go down to almost 82 per dollar. Do you believe the RBI needs to now step in aggressively or not?
I don't think RBI should step in aggressively. I think RBI should allow the rupee to follow fundamentals. I don't know about 82, the figure that you're quoting, but if the fundamentals dictate that the rupee should fall to 82, I think the RBI should allow it to fall. However, what RBI should do is to engineer the trajectory of the fall from what it is today to 82 rupees. Because if the RBI tries to defend the exchange rate against fundamentals, that defense is going to be futile. It's going to cost us in terms of reserves, but eventually the rupee will go back to its level. So I think instead of having pressure built up in the exchange rate, I think the RBI should allow the rupee to depreciate, but only intervene in order to make sure that the trajectory is smooth and there's no volatility.